Yo, what's up, guys? This is the Cleaver Podcast. Today we are going to rebuild the Miami Dolphins through Madden 19. Our goal is to win a championship with between 3 to 4 years. The Dolphins have been stuck on mediocrity for the last couple of years, one playoff in the last 10 years. So this team has a lot to rebuild on. The team as a whole is not the greatest team, just an average of almost 79, I believe, with their offense being 81. All this is going to take place before the league had started, so some of these guys like Amari Cooper going to the Cowboys. Well, that never happened. We are sticking on to what we had for the preseason schedule. So, as you can see, this team, you got a good couple of guys. Rashad Jones, 91, Cameron Wake, 89, Josh Sitton, 88, William Haynes at 87. These are your top high guys, and you have a couple of guys in the mid 80s: Kenny Stills, Juwan James, Danny Amendola, and then everyone else is kind of heh. I think Robert Quinn is pretty low for what he is. Bobby McCain is probably where he should be. Charles Harris is probably higher than he should. But my big one is this guy right here. He's actually a rated 75, which is absolutely absurd. He is shown to be a great cornerback, so obviously Madden didn't hit all the facts, but we're just gonna skip right through midseason on this stupid long simulation that takes forever. Still waiting. Only at week 3. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of things. We do a podcast every Thursday, and we have series that are coming out here soon. When we started the series on looking forward to 2019, we're doing these rebuilds for Madden and probably 2K. 2K is still up in the air, but we have a lot of stuff coming about looking forward towards in the future. So we're at mid-season now, guys, and when we look at the standings, we're actually pretty average. We're at 4-4. That's pretty basic for the Dolphins. Patriots 6-2. Jets and Bills aren't the greatest right now, so we're stuck in the middle of the pack at 18. And the AFC, Texans are leading it. We got a lot to do for this playoff push. Ravens got a stupid tie, and so does the Chargers. So we're gonna jump right to the playoffs. Chances are Miami's not gonna make the playoffs unless somehow they win. But Miami had a pretty tough, brutal second half of the season with 5 straight games against playoff teams from the year before. So, but this is Madden, so anything can happen in Madden. Still simming. So we went 7-9. So we're at that 500 mark. Patriots took the division as always, 12-4. We're the 21 best team, or you could say worst team, but that's not looking so hot. Adam Gase, we got a contract extension, so that's cool. Yearly awards. Oh, Tom Brady won MVP as always. Baker Mayfield won Rookie of the Year. Minka Fitzpatrick came in second, so that's not bad. See all these upgrades that we can put in real quick. We're just gonna auto do it. We're just gonna sim right through the off season.
This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players.
Alright, people to negotiate.
These players are on the last year of their contract.
We can keep Juwan James for right now. He's probably our best offensive lineman. Make him a little expensive, so he'll sign. Oh, he wants to play for our new team. He's not loyal. We ain't not franchising him. Tony Lippett, we can add him. He might develop into something. Alright, we got Tony Lippett. And the rest of these guys, I don't really care for them. There's no point in having them other than depth. I think that AJ Derby we can sign. He'll be our third string he'll be our first string tight end. But we do have two rookies that will make the come up. And everyone else, yeah, we can just not have any of these. So we're going up. Yeah, we're just gonna jump next week. We're gonna see what the free agency is. See if we can get a guy or two. You know, like every year, Miami likes to make that splash. Who are we going to splash this year? Now, our goal is to get some younger guys on this team. Somehow he did not retire. I am actually in shock. So, a couple of guys in the higher 80s, up in the 90s. See the quarterbacks. Teddy Bridgewater might be our best option, or AJ McCarron. But we're gonna draft a quarterback. Offensive line's not looking so hot either. Juwan James is probably the best guy out there. We're gonna go try for Trent Brown. There's a lot of people competing for him. Looks like we're not going to get him. $101 points, so we're second for him, so we're probably not going to get him. So the free agency is pretty much a bust this season.
All combine stats, such as the 40-yard dash, are now available
So he
in scouting.
rejected us. So we're just going to send him over to the draft, build through the draft.
Welcome to draft week. All the effort you spend
All right, we're going to start the
comes down
NFL
to
draft.
This. Start the draft when you're ready.
I believe we have a top 10 pick.
The Dolphins are now on the
I'm going to
clock.
pause the draft, make the selection. We're going to go after quarterback because Ryan Tannehill is not the answer for us. There's a couple of guys projected first round. This guy's going to fit in our scheme very well. Yeah, pretty average on his combine, where this guy had a pretty solid combine. So that's who I'm going to go
Bears
after.
are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
We need we really do need a guy to fill in for Cameron Wake being gone. We're also going to need linebacker help, so I think I'm going to go after a linebacker.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
He was a good pickup.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
So there's still a couple of guys projected second round here. We're in the third round. I'm going to go after offensive line, though.
The Bears are now on the clock.
It was not a great pickup, but that's alright, because we'll develop him.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
See, not a lot of people that's going to fit our scheme. This guy can, and like I said, we are looking for a guy to fit for
The Bears are now on the clock.
Cameron Wake. He was a good pick. So he will be our replacement for Cameron Wake, although we still have Charles Harris. But I don't know how
The Dolphins
Charles
are
Harris
now
is
on the
going to
clock.
be. We need a right guard. And we really don't have anyone in the draft to go after right guard. There's really not a lot of offensive linemen. They're all pretty picked up. Although we're in the 5th round, so we're going to decide between one of these guys. He had the best combine,
The
so that's who we're
Bears are
going
now
to
on
pick
the
up.
clock.
And he's not the greatest, although we'll probably round off on him. It's alright, though. We're picking for spots
The
at this
Dolphins
point.
are now on the clock.
Defense, let's see, who else do we need? We'll probably need to draft a full safety, although we can probably wait until the undrafted guys come in. But, let's see, who else would we want to go after? whole team is pretty bad at C's and D's. We might have to go after the best next guy. I mean, this guy's projected the 3rd round. So he's the best talent-wise that we're going to go after.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Now we're going to go after a right guard. This guy had a pretty solid combine, so we're just going to go after him. I don't really care if they're a bad pick. And that's the draft. Not the best draft, but we do have some guys to fill her in. We're going to advance to next week.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
We're going to check the depth chart because we're going to move some people around. Ryan Tannehill is no longer our starter. It's going to be Rashad Chism. We're hoping for the best. Texas A&M, same place that Ryan Tannehill's from. Wide receivers, Kenny Stills, Devontae Parker. Amendola went down like 5. So I think age is finally catching up to that guy. Although Albert Wilson's speed is something to look forward to, so I think I'm going to move him up to 3. AJ Derby's going to stay as the starter, although Gesicki will... Actually, no, I'm going to move him so Gesicki... Oh, I guess he's playing fullback, so... Never mind on that. Our offensive line's pretty terrible. Somehow our the guy that we drafted actually is a lot better than Kilgore. Or not a lot, but saying a lot. But yeah, our offensive line's pretty terrible. Something we're gonna have to work on later on. So Charles Harris is the next guy coming up. Although Frazier's a 75. Move him over here. So you can see this is a pretty not so great team. Micah Fitzpatrick is considered a cornerback at this point. He was drafted as a safety, but we can use him in the cornerback, saying we have 2 top-notch safeties. Xavier Howard's chilling at a 76. I think I'm going to move him up to the slot guy. But we will see how this team is moving forward. See how they do in the preseason. We can develop some guys through the preseason.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
We are going to go with 7 wins because I'm not trying to get fired after this season. Sim to the mid-season, see how this team did. Taking stupid long.
Start your week by installing
All
your
right, now
game
we're
plan.
at mid-season. We'll see where we are at. We're doing worse than we did last year. We're at 3-4. It's not the greatest, you know. We're tied with the Patriots for some reason. The Jets are actually 5-2 and doing well. Josh Allen isn't, popping off the way he should. Jaguars are sitting at the #1 seed. They got a tie with the Browns. Oh, Ravens and Bengals got a tie. Madden really loves doing those ties. Stats. Chism has been doing alright. 60% of his passes. 11 TDs, only 4 picks. 4 picks ain't bad. For a rookie, he's averaging, one every 2 games. Kenyan Drake's 3.8. That's pretty terrible with only 1 touchdown already. The Balaj is stepping in, but 2.7 is not the greatest either for him. Receiving. Kenny Stills lead the team with receptions and yards. He might go after 1,000 receiving yards. He has 4 touchdowns, so... Oh, no, this is Damian Dollar. My bad. Yeah, he has 33 catches. And what's funny is he's actually the 4th-string guy. Where Kenny Stills is the 1st-string guy. But, 14 yards a reception. He is not a deep threat guy like that. Definitely at his age. So, man, it's kind of weird. But, upgrade players. We are going to manually or auto do that. 8 players were upgraded. Cowboys. So we're going to sim to the playoffs. I wish this game was like 2K where you can just, when you sim through the calendar, it just tells you each day what happens, whether you win or lost. You get these stupid trades and whatnot, but Madden ain't like that, unfortunately. How about them Eagles, guys? Nick Foles popping off against the Rams. I think that guy's going to be a starting quarterback next year. Who? I have no idea. If you guys got any idea where you think he's going to go, let me know in the comment section. We could debate if that's a good fit for him. But I'm going to be surprised if the Bucks pick him up, but move on from Jameis Winston. I think that would be a essentially smart move, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the offseason pans out. All right. We're Dolphins are last seed in the AFC East. Not great at 5-11. Although we did have a rookie quarterback. Patriots didn't make the playoffs, so hey, Bills made the comeback and won the division. I am absolutely surprised on that after seeing how they were only 2-5. They went out, balled out. Texans took the 1st seed again, 11-5. I think they took the 1st seed last year. I'm not sure last season, but look at these stats real quick. See how our Chism did. 22 touchdowns to 11 picks. That's the 2-to-1 ratio. Not terrible, but he could definitely throw for more touchdowns. Only 3,600 yards. He could have done a lot better. Kenyan Drake didn't even make 1,000 yards rushing. I mean, 3.8 yards a carry is not going to get you there. Running about 900 yards. Only 3 touchdowns. Mike Gesicki with 2 rushing touchdowns on 3 rushes. AJ Dirty led the team in receptions at 74, with Parker at 73. If you saw that these two, Amendola and Stills, were the top 2 guys at the mid-season point. Amendola did not hit that 1,000 yards, although he came pretty close, but no one hit 1,000 yards. Albert Wilson is only 7 catches. He must have gotten injured or something, because I put him as the 3rd string guy. But, I mean, solid receptions. You have 4 guys who caught 60 passes or more, so who all caught 700 yards or more. So, I mean, that's not terrible. It's something to look forward to, although we are last place in offensive yards. But we're going to auto upgrade everyone. Was it 15 people were upgraded? That's good. Let's view these daily rewards real quick. Maybe our boy made Rookie of the Year. Matt Ryan won another MVP. Sean McVay winning the thing. Nope, our dude did not get it. He was chilling at number 4. It's probably because of that record. But, no defensive rookie. So, you know, the Dolphins are winning anything. Minka Fitzpatrick was chilling at number 5 on best DB. So, I guess that's something to look forward to for a crappy team. All these practice squad dudes signed. We're going to advance into the Super Bowl.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all your points, as a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players.
Alright, let's see who wants to be re-signed. Who we have. Josh Sitton. We're definitely going to keep him. He's probably our best offensive lineman. He's going to go to free agency, so screw him. We got to keep Kenyan Drake. So we have Kenyan Drake. Devontae Parker. We might let him walk. Although Danny Amendola is also walking, so we're actually gonna keep Devontae Parker. I mean, he's pretty young anyways. Alright, so we got Devontae Parker, our punter. He wants a lot of money. We'll just see how he wants. Alright, we got him. We'll probably cut him in a year or 2. Robert Quinn. I mean, he's not too expensive. Only 76, so. Alright, he's going to go to free agency. So our team is getting worse and worse. make this offer. He wants to play for our new team. So we got Xavier Howard back. We'll have to re-sign Jakeem Grant for depth-wise. But other than that, this is who we have keeping us. I might no, we're not going to franchise Josh Sitton. Alright, we'll see who's in the free agency. We got 60 mil, so we got some people we can go after, and I think that we need to go after Derrick Henry, Chris Jones, Kendall Fuller. We actually might go after, we'll go after Kendall Fuller. I'm going to give a big contract to him. A, he's a top-notch cornerback, and B, we got to compete for other people. We're probably not even going to get him. Somehow the Redskins just make a lot of money. We'll go after this guy. Order first for him. He's not that old, so. And plus, we're going to get rid of Ryan Tannehill anyway to make up some money. We might get him also. Sean Lee, he's kind of old, but he can definitely be someone who could fill in for a year or two. Emmanuel Sanders, I mean, that guy's kind of old now. So is Talib. He might be a solid pickup. We'll advance the next week. Made a couple splashes in the free agency. Hopefully we sign these guys. He rejected. Sean Lee actually accepted. So we still have a lot of money. At 44 mil. So we'll go after Talib. We could still get Cole. My boy Nick Foles, but we don't need him. So I think these are the guys that we'll splash on. We could get up to 3 guys. I think that's a good free agency move.
Points are earned every week. Use all your
And
points,
Cole
as a portion
rejected
of the
us.
remaining
He
points
sucks.
will be
Alright.
lost when you advance the
Talib
week.
accepted us. So we still have a lot of money. No offensive line. That's probably the craziest thing. I mean, we'll probably fill in for this guy. Linebacking can also use an upgrade. Although there's really not that many decent guys. So these are the splashes we're gonna make. Whoever doesn't sign will just pick up in the draft. We got Brown. Let's start the NFL draft.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
So we had the 4th pick. So there's a lot of people to go after. We're going to go after offensive line.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
He was 3rd overall in talent, so that's pretty good. We got a good quality offensive lineman now.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
A lot of guys projected 1st round, although we really don't need quarterback or running back. Probably will go after the linebacker though.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
He was considered a bad pick.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Still a lot of quarterbacks for the 1st round, but we don't need a quarterback anymore. We're going to go after a wide receiver.
The Broncos are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
See, we don't absolutely need anyone. We're just improving. I think defensive tackle could be... Yeah, we're going to go after a defensive tackle.
The Broncos are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
We'll fill in
Broncos
for
are now
Ryan
on the clock.
Tannehill as a backup.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
We can go after middle linebacker. Oh, we can wait till the next round. Who else do we have? We have a lot of cornerbacks. Right end. Undrafted. So we're just going to go after the best available people. We'll just go after him.
The Broncos are now on the clock.
Everyone here is going to be a bad pick.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Just go after an
The
undrafted
Broncos
dude.
are now on the clock.
It's a 7th round pick anyway.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
So we're just going to send him to the regular season.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Same old, same old. We're going to do 7 wins because I'm not trying to get fired just yet. We're actually going to do something real quick. We need to get rid of Tannehill. Let's see if anyone's looking for a quarterback. Browns might be looking for a quarterback. I guess everyone has quarterbacks. So no one really needs a quarterback at all. So we're just going to throw him on the trade block. Set up the depth chart real quick. We'll probably have Ryan Tannehill as the starter. Yeah, we want Chism. We're going to advance next week. See if anyone wants Ryan Tannehill.
Start
Get
your
him
week
off
by
our
installing your
hands.
game plan.
And no one wants him.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
And still no one wants him. And at
Start your
this
week by
point, I
installing your
don't
game
think
plan.
anyone wants him, so we're just going to send him to the mid-season.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
A couple of guys need to be negotiated for new deals. I guess we can keep Sean Lee. We got money. Saying he's not making enough money. I don't understand how. Kenny Stills, he's still not that old. Oh, we're not keeping Ryan Tannehill at all. Charles Harris we can definitely keep. Really, no one likes the contract that they suggested for us. No one wants to re-sign because they want more money. You know, that's cool though. Alright, well he re-signed, so that's cool. We need offensive linemen, so we're just gonna sign him to a 1-year deal. And then the rest of the guys are just Kiko Alonso's gone to a 69. I'm actually surprised. And the rest of the dudes are just dudes. Who cares? I guess we can sign him to that 1-year deal. Where are we at? We're at about, was it 4-3 it said? We're at 4-3, so 12th best team in the NFL. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6th best team in the AFC right now. So that's definitely a good sign to see. So Texans have, so the Colts and Jaguars hold the 2 wild card spots right now. But we can definitely make a push for playoffs. See our boy Chism, 18 touchdowns, 1 interception. So this guy is definitely improving to be someone special. Our offense probably has been, a little better. Kenyan Drake's, he's been injured. 2.7 yards of carries, absolutely terrible. Balaj is taking the workload, but 3.4. Our rushing needs to get better, and I think it's the offensive line, in my opinion. Kenny Stills leads right now 32 receptions at 333 yards, so he is spreading the ball around. Devontae Parker with 6 touchdowns. It's a good thing we're trying to re-sign him, as he's a touchdown machine guy. But we're someone needs to be the lead dude and start taking. I don't think we're gonna get a 1,000-yard receiver, but if we can make a playoff push, that'd be cool. We're gonna upgrade some players real quick. Minkah Fitzpatrick was an 88 cornerback, so He's definitely developing into someone. Alright, so let's see where we finish off. We did terrible in the second half of the season. I had strong hopes that we finished out 7-9. The Patriots came and won the division. That, that kind of blows. Texans again with the first seed. Texans has turned into probably the nastiest team in the league. We'll see how Chism did. No 4,000 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 10 picks. So he threw 9 picks in 9 games after 1 pick in the first 7. So I think he's definitely developing into something, but he needs to bring up those yards. That's not good for him. And also our rushing game has to improve too. 3.7, 3.5. Not good. Balaj with 7 rushing touchdowns. Kenyan Drake had 0. Definitely improve on that. Devontae Parker 73 reception. He has 10 touchdowns. Albert Wilson has 8. So some of these guys have a respected number of touchdowns, but I think the yardage could definitely improve, and that's what happened. Is they're not getting big yardage. Also, Albert Wilson second right now with 12.9 yards. Although I really don't want to count Gesicki because he only has 9 catches. So something to improve is the deep ball. Definitely Devontae Parker at 9 yards of reception. But 3 years out, we don't make it to the playoffs at all. But there's definitely to look forward to on this team. We can look at the roster and see how we've done. Micah Fitzpatrick's a 90 rated guy, so he's turned into an elite cornerback. Rashad Jones has fallen off a little. Kenny Stills has been chilling at the 85 mark. So is Kenyan Drake. But our starting quarterback is rated 78. I think 2 years is not terrible. He could develop something more, but I am running out of time because I only get an hour long to do this through the PlayStation, and I'm probably about 53 minutes, so I can't do another season. I'd say that we did improve every year. We're still in last place. I think next season would have been something more special. I'll probably do a second video on 3 more seasons for this guy, for the Dolphins. But unfortunately, I have failed as the GM and the coach for the Miami Dolphins. But I will come out strong next time for whatever team that we pick. we were just in a bad situation of quarterback and the money wise for a little bit, and then it's just off. Our offensive line is just absolutely just trash. But and it didn't help that there was really no one in the free agency to go after. So maybe next time if we do the Dolphins, we'll look on that offensive line first to improve. But let me know in the comment section what team you want me to do next. I'm probably thinking about one of the few teams that picked up a rookie quarterback this year. So either the Browns or the Jets, the Bills, Ravens, and then the Cardinals. One of those 5 teams. Or I might do the Patriots on the post-Tom Brady era. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for your time, guys.